Okay guys, so the wood burner I currently have is a homemade job, but it works just fine. I'd still like to be able to use it instead of having just only a waste oil burner. So I'm going to measure and see how far we have. We have 26 inches to the front lip here. Yeah, 26 inches. So I want it shorter than that. I want to be able to take this and possibly take the door out and put it in here, or maybe make this hole here a little bit larger where I can slide this burner in. Because the tubing we're using for this burner is, I think, 3-inch tubing. So the 3-inch, I might have to make this hole just a little bit larger, but I think it'll work. 3-inch, and we're doing the 26. So inside this tubing is going to go some pipe with the holes in it for the air. So we're going to do 24 inches. And I've already got it gridded out, and I've got the burner holes hole punched in. Those are about every inch. I'm going to drill those out on the pipe. The holes will be coming out of the sides and a little bit out of the bottom, not so much the top. And we're going to see how that works out. And we're just now figuring this out, so the hole size may change in the future. Okay, now we got some 1-inch holes drilled and spaced out. As you can see how they go up the side. You got a little bit of a gap, and you got them up this side. This top side will have no holes in it. It's just blowing out to the sides and down when it's inside the tube. Okay, so we drill a hole, same size as the copper tube for the feed line, straight down, and then turn the drill bit as we kept it going. Bent the copper tube a little bit, slid it down the pipe from this end until we got it to come out, and we kind of just wiggle it out. I want this to come out and point towards the bottom of the tube that this sits in. It's going to be our oil feed. You'll have to come up with some way around here to divert it off to the side so we can still have the airflow coming through there. And I have a air pump off of a Volkswagen Beetle I'll probably use instead of this Amazon. It doesn't put out enough air. In conclusion, about 4 to 5 inches less would have been great. Heavier duty blower. This is a like a smog pump out of a Volkswagen Beetle. This thing pressurizes this sucker, and it really puts air out, and it makes it burn way cleaner. But for a proof of concept, that's what it is. So it's still heating up, but I mean, it's going pretty good. I'm inside, and there's barely a little bit of smoke coming off of that side there, the further side away, which I don't know why, but it's putting out some good heat for what it is. I just dumped a little oil in the bottom of it just to get it going. I'm gonna let it burn off. I've got a leak. The leak in my weld back here. We're dripping oil down the ground, but I've got one of the Amazon blowers on there right now. I don't have the feed tube hooked up, but we'll get it hooked up. But once it gets going, it should clean up even more than what it is. Putting off some good heat out of this thing though. A little smoky back here. Probably shouldn't be doing this inside, but okay guys, so what we figured out was the oil feed system with the line going in, going all the way through the pipe, and then dumping in the bottom underneath the pipe. It just gets sooted up way too quick. It feeds pretty good. I just got a drip going to it, but when you're feeding like this, it does pretty good. It's putting out quite a bit of heat. The fire's not going all the way, it's hard to see, it's not going all the way down the tube to the end. it's not feeding enough oil. I'm only using a 1/4 inch valve here. It needs to be a little bit bigger, probably like a 3/4, so I can speed it up. And this oil's still cold, but it's actually not doing too bad. I know this is gonna be a really sketchy setup, but I'm getting some decent heat out up here. My blower goes down around the firebox, up, and it comes out this. And then I don't have this set up. I usually have a fan behind these to get some more heat out of it, but well, proof of concept, it's not too bad. Could be better, but we're working on it. We're going to improve it.